mời quý vị vẫn giữ màn hình bản tin VATV. Để tiếp tục, Hoa Liên xin kính mời quý vị theo dõi phóng sự cộng đồng buổi lễ tốt nghiệp tại Học viện Hải quân Hoa Kỳ vào trưa thứ Bảy 26 tháng 5 năm 2017 do SBTN Washington DC thực hiện. Kính thưa quý vị, vào trưa thứ Bảy 26 tháng 5 năm 2017, tại Học viện Hải quân Hoa Kỳ, một buổi lễ tốt nghiệp đã long trọng diễn ra với sự tham dự đặc biệt của Phó Tổng thống Mike Pence và quyền Bộ trưởng Hải quân. Trong số 1.053 tân thiếu úy, có 11 tân sĩ quan thuộc gia đình người Mỹ gốc Việt, gồm có Kendall Đặng, Ryan Lê, Minh Châu, Jennifer Nguyễn, Michael Smallbird, Derek Nguyễn, Aria Đặng, Michelle Đoàn, Nhật Đỗ, Kim Đỗ và Victor Trương. Và tiếp theo đây là một số phỏng vấn do Nicholle Vo thực hiện. Hoa Liên kính mời quý vị theo dõi.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Angels, the Navy's Precision Flight Demonstration Squadron, will be approaching momentarily behind me at the south end of the stadium in a salute to the class of 2017.
What's your name and where are you from?
Hi, I'm Jennifer Nguyen, and I'm from Douglasville, Georgia.
So what was the greatest challenge you overcame while at your 4 years at the Naval Academy?
Before I came here, I went to the prep school, and I'd say my huge challenge was probably like the physical part. I was very weak beforehand, but now like I've grown to workout is actually like a big part of my life right now. So yeah, I think that's the hardest part.
What are your plans for the future?
So I'm gonna go out, be on the ship for like 5 years, and then after that, we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'm thinking about having a Vietnamese restaurant if I can, or yeah, that'd be awesome.
Was your family like in the military or anything? Is that why you wanted to come to the Naval Academy?
Yeah, actually, both of my grandfathers went. One was in the Navy, and then the other was in the Army. And just hearing their stories made me want to come. And yeah.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Michelle Down. I'm from Northern Virginia.
What was the biggest challenge you overcame while at the Naval Academy for the past 4 years?
I guess the biggest challenge would just be figuring out how to balance just everything that we have to do, because as midshipmen we have to do so much. They pack on like academics, sports, just a bunch of different things, so just balancing all that has probably been the hardest thing to do.
What are your plans for the future?
So I'm going to be a SWO officer in San Diego on the USS Decatur, which is a destroyer. So I guess the only person in the military is my grandfather. He was in the Southern Vietnamese Army, I believe. Yeah. Good?
My name is Ryan Mitchell Lay, and I'm from Orlando, Florida.
What was the biggest challenge you overcame while here at the Naval Academy?
The biggest challenge that I was here at the Naval Academy was when I was a sophomore, my dad actually passed away for sudden reasons. So just being able to make it through this place with like the family back home and then also the studies at the same time was probably the biggest challenge. But the greatest thing about this place is that the people here, they become your family, and that's what really helped me get through this place.
Do you have like any military background in your family or anything?
So my dad was actually from the South Vietnamese Army, and so him and my mother came over here from South Vietnam. And so that kind of leads into why I'm here today, is because I'm serving to give back to the country that gave us so much, like the generation that came after them. And so this is what I can do for the United States.
And what are your plans for the future?
Plans for the future, I'm going to be a Navy pilot, so I'm going to be heading down to Pensacola and start my flight training, hopefully become a jet pilot.
Awesome, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you so much.
I'm Corey Caggiano, and I'm from Bethesda, Maryland.
What was the biggest challenge you overcame while here at the Naval Academy?
Being on time.
And what are your plans for the future?
I'm going to hang out with Nicole and Annie later, and I'm going to Delta Company down in Quantico in 2 weeks.
What's your family background? Like, why did you decide to join the Naval Academy?
My dad was actually in the Navy. He served on an aircraft carrier. I'm following in his footsteps by coming here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Kim Doe, and I'm currently from Murphy, Texas.
So what was the hardest part about being in the Naval Academy for the past 4 years?
I think the hardest part is really learning how to time manage, push yourself, and motivate yourself when there are difficult times. So I think that was, for me, the most difficult part.
So what are your plans for the future?
I will be joining the Navy upon graduation as an information professional officer, and that's a information warfare dominance field. So I'll be working with cyber. I'll be heading down to Virginia Beach soon for schooling down there. Yeah.
So what's your family background? Do you have any family in the military or anything like that?
Yeah, so my parents are both civilians. They never joined the military. I'm actually the first person to join any sort of military branch. But I do have two younger brothers. They're twins, currently 21 years old. One attends the Coast Guard Academy, the other attends the Recruitment Academy. I'm very proud of them. They'll be graduating in 2 years. So and I guess in many ways they followed in my footsteps, but I think each of us, we really found our own paths. So we're very blessed. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy graduation.
Thank you.
Class of 2017, please rise. I propose, on behalf of the class of 67 in 2017, 3 cheers for those that we leave behind. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
Kính thưa quý vị, bản tin VATV do SBTN Washington DC thực hiện đến đây xin tạm ngưng. Kính chúc quý vị có một ngày thật an bình bên người thân và gia đình. Hoa Liên xin được kính chào và hẹn gặp lại quý vị trong chương trình phát hình kỳ tới.